Optavia just dropped their prices, and if you listen to the reps, you'd think that they just solved inflation, cured emotional eating, and handed out Nobel Prizes in powdered bar form. But spoiler alert, this isn't about your wellness, it's about their wallet. The company's stock is tanking, the reps are scrambling, including Doug Wood. Why is he selling gym equipment? Why is he talking about selling his Corvette if he loves it so much? Just a random thought. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. And now they're spinning basic e commerce features like flat rate shipping as revolutionary breakthroughs. Today, we're reacting in real time to a full live stream from a coach who basically claims that she's giving you a personal trainer with your food. I can't even make this stuff up. So instead, I'm going to break it down within my scope as a personal trainer, of course, with receipts and with the side eye that I believe something like this deserves. So let's get into it.
Evening, good evening, good evening. It said it was just trying to connect, but I think we're good now. So how are you guys doing tonight? Oh my gosh, I am finally getting to go live. I've been wanting to go live since like noon today because we have such exciting news, and I know that some of you guys have probably already seen on my Facebook some of the amazing news that just launched today, and I'm just super excited about it and just kind of wanted to bring it all into a nice little bow and tie it up for you guys so you guys know exactly what's going on. I'm super excited about this. You know, I saw this program back in 2019, guys. I was overweight. I was unhappy. I tried everything. I lost 100 pounds twice in my life. I gained it back, and I just could never find my freedom. I found this program in 2019. I ended up losing 80 pounds in 7 months. I became a walking testimony, and I've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people gain freedom in their life over the last 5 years. Since
I'm going to pause her right there. She opens with her personal weight loss journey and says she's lost 80 pounds in 7 months. That's a significant amount of weight. And I do want to approach this obviously compassionately, but we're already setting up a narrative where personal results are being used to market a product. And that gets tricky really quickly when those results are used to override science, sustainability, and especially individual needs.
I've been a coach, and my thing keeps telling me that we're low connection, so hopefully you guys can hear me. But I like to advertise myself as a transformational coach. I help people transform their lives, not just in their health, but in their mindset, in their spirit, in their finances, in their habits. And I pride myself in being able to help people do that. And this week we have a structure change with our plan. And I just I took some notes so that I could follow along because I don't want to miss anything. And all the world is changing. The world is changing. The economy is changing. Inflation is going crazy. It's skyrocketing. Prices are ridiculous. Like, I literally just got off of calls all night long with my clients. And one of my clients told me she went out to a restaurant this weekend and she ordered some food and a drink, and she said at the end of the meal it was like her total was like $50 for one meal. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, if people tell me that my plan is too expensive and they can go out 4 times in a month and spend way more money than they would spend on this. And so it just blows my mind how people just don't really stop and think about how much money they're spending on food and alcohol and drinks and partying and all the things, and they don't have money to afford something like this. So,
Oh my God, how freaking dare you? Also, I don't think that that's factual. If you were in Optavia and just doing some quick little math, she said $50, using her example, obviously, $50 4 times a month. That's $200 for the month. Please let me know in the comments if the Optavia packages or whatever, the fuelings and all of that, does that cost more than $200 a month? Because what an interesting comparison. But she likes to use buzzwords: inflation, grocery prices. She's going to mention McDonald's and Starbucks. This is a classic MLM strategy to create a false sense of value by comparing a monthly plan to individual expenses that have nothing to do with it. Saying people can afford 4 restaurant meals, but not this plan, ignores the fact that Optavia isn't even real food. It's powdered fuelings, totaling less than 1,200 calories on the 5 in 1. Girl, that's embarrassing.
The thing with us is, as of today, guys, we are lowering the prices. We are lowering the prices, and we're not chipping out on all of the value of it. They are all low carb, low sugar. They're high quality protein. They give you all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients, probiotics, everything that you need to get healthy, and we're lowering the prices. Last time I checked, Mickey D's wasn't lowering their prices. Chili's, Chipotle, where else? Let's see, Denny's, anywhere else that I can think of, not that I know of, are they lowering their prices? No, they're going up. I remember not too long ago, like a lot of us were mortgaging our homes to buy eggs. Like,
What? Now you know that's not true. I'm sure she's trying to be funny here, but it's absolutely not funny. Mickey D's isn't pretending to also cure your emotional eating with processed bars either. Just to throw that out there. And here's where the bait and switch starts. She's going to position herself, or the price drop, excuse me, as both a favor and a flex. We're saving you money and getting you predictable results. That phrase, predictable results, you'll hear it over and over again. It's unregulated, it's vague, and it's designed to suggest guaranteed success without actually promising anything concrete. So consider that a major red flag. If you see stuff like this online where they're, guaranteed to lose 10 pounds in a month or guaranteed to do this, you can't guarantee that because everybody is so different.
food is expensive. And the thing is that most of the time it's not getting you the results. But the other thing with our program is not only do you save money on this because we're lowering the prices, but you get predictable results. So you get to save money and you get predictable results. So I've always helped my clients save money. So people that tell me that they if they don't have money to do something like this, it's just an excuse. It really is just an excuse. I have people tell me all the time too that they don't spend money on anything and they lose weight, and that is not true. You're spending money for sure on whatever you're doing. A lot of people are buying supplements and all of the other things, and that's the beauty of this program too, is all of our supplements are in the food. So you don't have to buy the food and the supplements and all the things. We combined it all, and it's in one great little tiny little package that is powerful. And
I mean, one thing she did get right is it's a very tiny little package, like 100-calorie pack. Remember those? That's what Optavia fuelings remind me of. I would much rather have real food. I would much rather have a balanced plate of some vegetables, some carbs. I know vegetables are carbs, some protein, some fat. Mix it up. Yes, not really like mix it up, but you know what I'm saying. I would much rather have that than a fueling bar, shake, crunchers, or whatever else Optavia has. I'd rather have a plate of actual food any day of the week.
get you predictable results. So some of the things I want to tell you that are changing with my program is we're changing the Premier to Premier Plus. And we're just kind of changing up the cycle a little bit. So it's going to a 28-day cycle, which makes it about every 4 weeks, which just makes the process flow a lot easier, and it makes it a lot simpler for people to be able to follow their plan, and it makes it more affordable for them to follow the plan as well.
Okay, question really quickly for you guys. So she says it's a 28-day cycle. What was it before? I'm not really sure. But if you are somebody that just started, which God forbid, please don't start this Optavia plan. But let's say that you did. So day one, you order it. What does it take? Almost a week or so, depending on where you live, to get your products. But then you would have to be ordering your next round of products before you even really get your first order, because if it's every 28 days, it's processing every 4 weeks. Am I thinking about that correctly? I find that really interesting.
And then it's an easy process too. So I love that Optavia is always making this an easy process for people. We're changing it to a flat rate shipping now. So before you had to reach a certain threshold, and then if you wanted to order something else, you had to pay like 30 something dollars or 20 something dollars for shipping, because UPS or the shipping carrier charged a lot of money to do that. And so now we've lowered that as well and just brought it down to a flat rate shipping, easy peasy, $7.95 anytime you want to order. So if you need a bucket of whey in the middle of the month, or you're like, oh, I need my EAAs, or you want the peanut butter bar, or the s'mores bar, or the cookie, or, I go on and on and on, but you forgot something that you really want, you can order that at any time. So that's another great change that we're doing. And I don't know about you guys, like a lot of people are.
Oh my God. Now we're treating flat rate shipping like it's revolutionary. Okay, let's be clear. Offering basic shipping isn't innovative. It's bare minimum e-commerce. She uses this to mock Amazon Prime as if it's a scam here in just a few minutes. But guess what? Prime gives a blender, a tripod, a mic, and a bottle of protein powder that doesn't cost $3 per serving. So again, with the fallacies.
Like, well, I have Amazon Prime, and I'm getting free shipping, and no, you're not. You're not getting free shipping. Like, we think that we're getting free shipping, but we quickly forget about the $125 or $199 we pay at the beginning of the year to actually have Amazon Prime to be able to shop in their store. So we pay to get the things that we want off of Amazon Prime. And so nothing's for free in this world. And so when, just like where I work, there's a fee to pay your rent. People are like, since when are there processing fees to pay your rent? I'm like, when are there not processing fees for things, and shipping costs if you want things? We will pay those costs. So a lot of times people just like to use those as an excuse, but it's the world that we live in now. And so,
oh my God. Imagine comparing processing fees to pay your rent online, I would assume, to justifying buying Optavia's packaged fuelings. I can't. Those two could not be more different. And I feel like we should talk about her savings math and the reframing that she's doing here, because this math spin is fascinating. She's essentially getting ready to call this a grocery replacement while throwing out percentages: 10 to 15% off, 20 for referrals, $25 kickbacks. That's all coming, so get ready for that. And this is what I call commission math. Inflate the sense of savings so that people ignore the baseline cost and the real number. For 5 tiny packaged meals per day, you're spending over $400 a month. That's not affordable. That's high-end subscription box territory.
Before, like I said, you had to get to a certain threshold, but now you don't have to do that, and you don't have to wait anymore. And so that's awesome. So you can save some money on the fuelings. You get flat rate shipping. They're super affordable now. You can order what you want anytime that you want. And then they're discounting the prices every single month for our continuing customers. So whether you're ordering between $250 and $350, you're going to get 10 to 15% off every month, which is way better than the Premier Rewards that you guys were using before. You get way more savings with the 10 to 15%. And so I love that they're looking at. Our mission is to help the world get healthy, and we want to make sure that the world can get healthy without them breaking the bank. And we understand that people need to be able to afford this, to do this, and get that freedom in their life. And so I love that everything else is going up in the world, but we are going down in price, but up in value. And so again,
yes, you nailed it. Optavia is going down. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this, the leaders are scrambling. Doug Wood, selling gym equipment for his overpriced gym that seems like it's empty all the time, while he's ranting in his stories about people asking for a discount. That's a little odd. Anyways, stocks are for Medifast are dropping rapidly and have been consistently for several years. So she did get that right. Optavia is going down, and you know what? We love to see it.
We're putting more money in your pocket with all of the things that we're doing. So these fuelings, just so you know, guys, are for a whole entire month. You get a whole entire month of food for a couple of dollars and some change. Like, each of the fuelings are less here than you could get at the gas station or getting at a health food store or anything like that. So they're not only super affordable, but they're finer ingredients, they're lower calories, sugar and carbs. And again, they have all your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and probiotics in it. We like to call it a goof-proof system. Like, you can't screw it up. And that's why it's so amazing for people that are 13 all the way up to 95. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's simple and easy for everybody to be able to get predictable results. So you can cut all those extra.
13? Absolutely not. This is where it gets super dangerous, not only because of that, but she's implying that these products are a total nutritional replacement, enough for all ages, no supplements needed. That's not just misleading, it's irresponsible. And while I won't diagnose or treat because I can say that using meal replacements as your only source of nutrition is not aligned with sustainable, evidence based practices, especially when you're eating them 5 times a day. Oh my God.
Your supplements and stuff out. So we've got so much awesomeness, but guys, we got tools and you get a coach.
Can I speak on the supplement thing for a second too? Because what if somebody is anemic and needs iron or vitamin B or folate, the causes, the three leading cause or three causes of anemia? What if they need those supplements and you're on here saying that the fuelings replaces all of their supplements? What if they are on a thyroid medication? What if they are on whatever kind of medication and you're getting on here and being so vague and telling people that the fuelings are going to replace all of their supplements? And maybe this is a reach on my part, because maybe she's not referring to medication. She did very clearly say supplements. So I don't know. I just find that really dangerous. And anytime they're vague about stuff like this, they get the side eye from me.
And you get a community. And so a lot of you have meal service plans, you have personal trainers, you have a lot of this and a lot of that, but a lot of you don't have that because you can't afford to do that. I couldn't afford to do that. So, I know a lot of people can't afford to have those expensive meal services and personal trainers and all of that. But I'm taking your grocery dollars and just revamping them and putting them into dollars here. So I'm basically giving you a personal trainer with your food, and that's what you need. That's what you're going to get to lose the weight. Is we got to focus on the nutrition. We got to focus on the habits.
What do you mean as a personal trainer? What do you mean a personal trainer for your food? What do you mean? This is so ridiculous. This is giving ginormous MLM coach energy. That's what this is giving. She says she didn't she's getting ready to say that she didn't step foot in the gym to lose weight. And that's fine if that's her story. But then she will claim that fitness is optional because you just need the food. Well, according to Optavia, they say that if you're on the 5-in-1, you shouldn't work out. I'd venture to say it's because they have such a small amount of food that they are consuming on a daily basis that it would be beyond dangerous to work out without having some sort of adverse reactions to such low blood sugar and all kinds of stuff. But let's get back to you just need the Optavia food. Not true. Nutrition matters. And yes, by reducing your lifestyle to powdered bars or crunchers or whatever while cutting out movement, that's not balance. And equating her MLM support to having a certified personal trainer, no, wrong.
Again, I didn't step foot in the gym to lose 80 pounds. When I lost 40 pounds back last year, after I lost my son, I gained a little bit of weight back. This program, again, got me back reeled in where I needed to be. And when I lost 40 pounds in 4 months back in January, I didn't set foot in the gym then either. I work out now as a form of maintenance.
Is anybody else confused by the sheer amount of weight that she has lost multiple times? At the beginning of this, she said that she lost 100 pounds twice, then she lost 40 pounds, then she lost 80 pounds. Does anybody see the yo-yoing in all of this? I guarantee you this person is on and off the 5-in-1 plan with the amount of I don't even know what I want to call it right now. I guess yo-yoing. If things are restrictive, I feel like that's how it's going to show up. You're going to be really good, which is not how you should be approaching nutrition or fitness ever. There's no moral value to food. And you should work with somebody that helps you to integrate movements that are best for you as just part of your day, instead of having extreme relationships with working out and fear around food.
And so basically, we're giving you the personal trainer for your food. We have support groups. We have support teams that can answer your questions. You have coaches that can answer your question. If I'm your coach, I'm always there in your corner to cheer you on, to answer questions, to give you reading materials, to give you all sorts of things.
This person should not be coaching anybody on nutrition specifically. I don't think she's probably, well, I shouldn't say that because you never know. I was going to say, I don't think she's probably coaching people on fitness and movement. but you never know. That could be happening in this community that she's referring to. And I can only imagine the wild, wild west of misinformation in that group. Ugh.
To guide you and direct you on your path so that when you get stuck, I can help you get unstuck. I help people unkink their hose and continue to move forward. I like I said, I talk to my clients Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights, and all night I talk with people about how this is so much more than weight loss. Like, it is so much further than that. It is learning how to become a completely different person.
Oh yeah, it's full on cult territory in my opinion. You got that right.
And seeing these people just blossom into a completely different person. I know.
Exhibit A. You don't need to become a completely different person if you want to involve movement in your life that is right for you. You don't need to become a completely different version of yourself if your goal is to lose weight, gain weight, maintain weight, whatever. It's actually small habits that you change over time rather than a complete overhaul. But in multi-level marketing, we often see them, MLMers, distributors in these companies, that are using this rhetoric to make people think that they have to become 1% better every day, or they have to become this whole new individual. In my opinion, that's how the cult controls their people. Because if you start pushing back, if you start asking questions, they're like, I don't know. Sounds like you need to do a little personal development. I don't know. Sounds like I need to cancel my auto ship so that you stop making money off of me. And if you're in Optavia, that's what I suggest you do. And to work with a registered dietitian specifically after being in this company.
Because I went through it too. And until you can actually go through something like this and change your whole entire life and then get to help other people change their life too, nobody can take that away from me. And so you're not just purchasing your fuelings. You're purchasing your groceries, and it's less than what you would spend in the grocery store every single month. And you get the coach, the community, the education, and it's delivered straight to your door. Easy ordering, and there's so many amazing things with this. So for those of you that say I can't fit this into my budget, guys, this is less than $100 a week. Less than $100 a week. This is for 5 meals a day for 7 days for 30 days.
That's a lot of money for a lot of people. Also, the whole thing with you get a coach, a community, and a support group. I feel like it's some weird version of love bombing. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. But the coach, the team, the 24/7 check-ins, it creates this dependence on the structure, not independence or even freedom, like she mentioned at the beginning of this. There's no freedom with your habits because you're planning around your 5 fuelings a day. And then there's also these other extreme versions of it where instead of doing any of the bars or anything like that, you go to all powdered stuff, powdered fuelings. I can't remember what that's called, but they say things like getting into fat burn, getting healthy, which is another very, very generic, vague term. What getting healthy for me looks like might be very different than what healthy looks like for you. And that's the beauty of this journey. But when you're using these vague terms, consider this, a red flag. I just feel like this makes it so much harder for people to leave the program without feeling like you're losing a family or letting somebody down. This is a perfect example of manipulation. And notice that she's not mentioning anywhere that she makes a commission. She's just doing this because she's a good human. She's just doing this because she is on a mission to help people get healthy, right? Come on. And this whole less than $100 a week sales pitch, she says that's 5 meals a day for 30 days, or will say that. So now we're fully into scarcity and the shame part of her video. She's saying most people spend $25 a day, she will here shortly, on nothing. So this is actually saving you money, except real groceries feed families. These do not. And the idea that $100 a week for pre-packaged snacks is frugal? No, ma'am. I think it's a perfect example of MLM math yet again, which has been kind of a theme lately, I've noticed.
Most Americans right now are spending about $25 a day on something that will never get them closer to their goals. And, just like I said, hearing from my friend earlier that she spent $50 on one meal and a drink this weekend. And I see my friends doing that every weekend all the time. and they're saying they can't afford to get healthy, but someday they're going to realize that they should have taken some of that money and invested it into themselves so that they could be healthy and live longer and not be tied up in the kick.
I said this earlier when the members and I were previewing this to see if this was something I wanted to react to. And what I said there, I'm going to say here, because with friends like this, who needs enemies? If you're telling your friend about, oh my gosh, I went here and I did this and we had this meal and I got a drink and the atmosphere was really cool, and she's sitting there judging you because you spent $50 of your money on what you wanted to spend it on, and she's sitting there judging you like, shouldn't have eaten that. You could have bought these fuelings. With friends like this, who even needs enemies?
Care system that is also everywhere you go when you go to the doctor. So, let's see, what else do I want to go over? There's no better financial time than right now to get healthy and save money. So Premier Plus is where it's at, guys. It's super cool for my existing clients and customers and those who just need to restock your fuelings. Some of you guys that want to get some whey, try the new aminos or the new Ascend line, gets you some aminos. We've got some amazing mini meals. Like literally we have something for everybody.
I love hearing her say, for those of you that want to get some whey, you mean protein powder that people can get anywhere? Here's a hot take. What if instead of a bunch of supplements, you actually get your nutrients from food, actual food that you buy at the grocery store? I know it's a crazy thought. Absolutely crazy. But hearing her say, if you need to grab some whey, the wording seems really weird to me. And maybe it's because she's trying to present it like it's a different version of the protein shakes that are available or the protein powders that are available at the store or your local supplement store. And it's really interesting to me also that she's mentioning, oh, well, this food replaces, as she said, all of the nutrients and supplements that you need. But EAAs and protein powder, whey protein powder, those are both supplements. Interesting contradiction, don't you guys think?
Some people just stock up on healthy snacks because our healthy snacks, like I said, are cheaper than you can get anywhere else, and they're cleaner, finer, greater ingredients.
Except they're not. Some ideas for healthy snacks, fruits, and vegetables. And you can get them from the store and you don't even have to pay shipping on them. Another hot take.
And so for my new clients, you'll get a 20% discount right off the bat for your very first order. And that's amazing to be able to save 20% right off the bat starting. And I sent out details earlier to all of my current clients with the flyer so that you guys can see. You guys will always get the 10 to 15%. So if you need this or that, we can, figure that out. So you guys just reach out to me. We can connect. We can get you all set up on either starting the program and giving yourself 30 days and seeing how amazing this will work for you. Or maybe you just need to restock up on some healthy snacks for your family so that you can serve your family too by giving them some healthy snacks. And then if you bring somebody with you, then they get 20% off. And I'll give you $25 for anybody that you refer to me. So again, guys, there's more savings. We just keep on giving. I feel like Oprah today. We're just throwing out all the goodies today. So it's so exciting, guys. And this plan changed my life. Period. 100%.
Okay. This is the classic urgency close. A price drop plus a referral bonus plus the mention of inflation earlier. Pair that with desperation, you get this buy now thing that she's doing. Now she's going into some sort of an emotional, guys, this changed my life and you deserve it too. But this isn't a seasonal sale. This is a company adjusting their model, in my opinion, because they're losing ground. And I love that for them. Medifast is reacting to shrinking margins and customer retention issues. And the reps are now stuck spinning it like they're doing a favor for you. Absolutely wild.
People can take a lot of things away from me, and people have taken a lot of things away from me. And I have really fought some battles over these last few years. But one thing I can tell you, nobody can take away the person that I have become through this program. Nobody can take away my weight loss. Nobody can take away the mindset, the habits.
And all of that, when Optavia finally does close down and you sit back and you realize the harm that you have caused from people that were coming to you and trusted you, I hope you find a good therapist. And I'm not being snarky when I say that. When she realizes the damage that she probably has, in my opinion, when it comes to her relationship with food and the advice, the unqualified, dangerous advice that she is giving to other people in order to make money off of them, the guilt is going to be tough. She's going to have to repair her relationship with food and maybe exercise. I don't know enough about her and what she does in the gym to say that, but the guilt is the hardest thing to deal with when you get out of a multi-level marketing and you start deconstructing your belief system, your thoughts, your schedule in your day. And Optavia is going to close. They're already, I don't even want to, I was going to say tiptoeing. No, they're full on sprinting into closing. And she's going to have a lot to deal with, as will the other Optavia coaches that are a part of this, that have not just harmed themselves and the things that I've already mentioned, but other people. It's not fun. It is really difficult work.
Nobody can take away the community and the friendships that I've made. And that speaks everything to me. So it doesn't matter who you are. If somebody's talking bad or they didn't get results with this, I just have to stop and listen to who's saying that. Is it somebody that quit? Is it somebody that gave up? Is it somebody that's not trying? Is it somebody that didn't actually do the full program? They just ate a little.
Or is it somebody that's a personal trainer that has the credentials to say, no, you're wrong? The victim blaming that she's doing here is actually, was kind of speechless for a second. She says people didn't get result, or people who didn't get results just didn't stick it out, didn't suffer through the detox, which she's getting ready to say, didn't want it badly enough. This is very cult-like type language. You didn't fail because the plan was flawed. Oh, no, you failed because you quit. The abusive logic in this is what keeps people stuck and ashamed, and it lets the company off the hook. The company is who needs to be held accountable for this. The distributors that are parroting what their upline is saying on the trainings, teaching people to be the smallest versions of themselves, teaching people that getting healthy means you're the smallest version of yourself. Gina Eccles, I am talking to you. I haven't covered her in a while. Might need to revisit that. This company infuriates me because some of these people that were a part of Optavia come to me for personal training. By the way, if you're interested, erinbies.com. They come to me for personal training, and then I get to work with them, which is one of my favorite things, and tell them, I need you to eat, and I need you to eat these things because we need to fuel your body for workouts and also for recovery so that you can become stronger, or whatever their goals are. These are the people that I get to work with, and it's so exciting. I love that part of it so much. When I tell another woman, I need you to eat, it can be a scary thing, but it's a very, very cool thing because I know what's on the other side of that. I know what happens when that woman picks up those weights after fueling her body properly and going, oh, wow, I haven't lifted this weight before. Or, wow, I'm not as tired. You're properly fueled, babe. Yeah, really proud of you. You guys know who you are.
A little bit of the food and said it didn't work. They didn't even get through detox, and they already threw in the towel. You know, sometimes it's,
why are you coaching people through detox?
Like that dog that sits on the tack on the farmer's porch, and the buddy's like, why isn't the dog?
Oh, wow, I've never heard this example. Just kidding, that's sarcasm. They all say this example, and I think Dr. A, whatever. I think he said that on a stage at one point. So now they all repeat it. Perfect example of parroting.
Dog moving. He's sitting on the tack. Doesn't that hurt? And the farmer's like, well, he goes, when the pain gets bad enough,
I thought it was a nail.
And that's kind of how it is with us too. Until the pain gets bad enough, until your doctor tells you you're going to have surgery, or you need to go on GLP-1s, or you need to do all these quick fixes, but they're not teaching you how to eat right, that weight will come back like a wrecking.
Oh, a GLP-1 is a quick fix, you say? Maybe you should check in with Tia Wood, who recently admitted that she has been on a GLP-1 medication since 2022, didn't disclose it to anybody, put out a meal plan, an extreme workout plan. See my notes about extreme workout plans earlier in this video, um, and didn't tell anybody that she was on a GLP-1 medication. Now, I wonder if Doug Wood was also on that in their, bodybuilding competition era. Yeah. Oh, buy this Optavia food. It's everything that you need to lose some weight. Oh, by the way, we're on a GLP-1 medication. There's nothing wrong with GLP-1 medications. Nothing wrong with them. Work with your doctor, do what's best for you. I am here and supporting you making the best decision for you. But when you're selling Optavia and you have shamed the use of GLP-1 medications, and then you secretly have been using them for 3 years, and then you have this rhetoric. I don't know if she's in their downline. I don't even know who this person is. Somebody just sent it to me, and I'm like, I watched it for a little while with members, which you should become a member too if you want to. You want to hang out? We do some fun stuff. Anyways, she's repeating the same rhetoric. A GLP-1 is not a quick fix.
Ball more than you actually lost if you don't learn how to control your emotional eating. It's the key, guys.
Oh, is that why you've lost 100 pounds twice, then lost 40, then lost 80? Because you cycle on and off the 5-in-1 plan? Huh, weird.
It's the key. You don't have to be perfect on this. We're just looking for progress. But guys, we have so many amazing things happening right now. And
work with a therapist, if that's you, in my opinion. Work with a registered dietitian. Work with a personal trainer. That's my suggestion.
With everything going up, I am so honored and grateful to be with a company that really has the mission and the heart of, we are here to help the world get healthy. And we've helped millions and millions and millions of people already do that. And we're just getting started. This program gives predictable results.
With disordered eating habits, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with you there, unfortunately.
So if you're ready to get some results, or you're just curious about how we're all able to get these results, and you want a piece of this, reach out to me. We can get you all set up, and I will walk alongside you the whole entire way. I am a coach that will not give up on you. I will tell you right now, you can ask any of my clients. You will give up on you before I will ever give up on you. So guys, reach out. I'm so excited for everything that we've got going on.
Well, yeah, because you need that commission, right, babes? Yeah. When I say babes, I'm being disrespectful on purpose. I'm saying it with my entire chest because this company infuriates me.
I love the saying that I had in here. I wanted to go back because it's a note that I took the other day. It's like, I don't teach habits, or we teach habits, not diets. And that is what brings lifelong transformation, is you have to become a new person. If you go back to your old emotional eating and you're drinking and doing all the things.
No, you teach restrictive eating. That's what you guys teach.
Things that your emotions send you to, you're always going to gain your weight back. You're always going to be where you feel bloated and inflamed and not good, and you can't keep up with your grandkids, and you can't tie your shoes, and you can't walk upstairs, and it's like, when is that going to be enough before you finally say, you know what, something's got to give? And even my clients that have done this before, and you know that it works, and you've lost weight on it, and then you say it didn't work. No, it worked. You just gave up. You just quit too soon. One thing you can't do in life is quit. You can't quit on yourself, guys.
You're disgusting for saying that. First of all, if I may, and I'm gonna, your clients lost weight because they were eating a very restrictive diet. I think it's 800 to 1,000 calories a day, if I recall correctly. Naturally, your body is going to lose weight. And if you're not lifting weights, and if you're not fueling your body properly, if you're not getting an adequate amount of protein, guess what? Your body's going to break down muscle. So while these people are out here villainizing all these other things, talking about they're not a diet, are you serious? That's wild. And then the shaming people. I feel like she was talking to somebody specific. Oh, you said it didn't work. No, you quit. It didn't work because it's an extreme way of looking at nutrition. It's an extreme thing and it's not sustainable. So naturally, there's going to be a lot of people that quit because it is not sustainable. But to shame people and be like, well, you know that you lost weight. Of course they lost weight. They weren't eating enough. Hello?
So keep getting back up, keep trying, keep pushing. And if I can do this, so can you. And I'm here to walk along.
I don't agree with that. I think there are a lot of really terrible habits that people can quit. Smoking, drugs, drinking in excess, or things of that nature. There's a lot of things that are really great to quit, much like quitting Optavia. And multi-level marketing as a whole, highly suggest it. Life is so much better on the other side when you get out of the commercial cult. And all of the cult-like tactics that you guys have shared with me that Optavia reps have used, things like, oh, you should be buying your fuelings every month as a thank you to your coach for coaching you, training you, whatever. Disgusting. Getting into fat loss. What is it? A body in fat burn is a business on fire. All of these like manipulative catchphrases. If you're in Optavia, you deserve better. You really do. You deserve to have a beautiful relationship with food and movement of your body. You deserve to not have fear of food, of calories. You deserve to be happy, healthy, and properly fueled. Period.
Alongside you the whole entire way. So if you guys have questions, I'm an open book. I'm here to answer. I'm not here to sell you on anything, because if I'm selling you on something, you're going to talk yourself out of it, and then it's just going to be a nightmare. Like, you have to be willing to participate in your own rescue, and I'll be right there with you.
This entire thing was nothing but a really terrible sales pitch. What do you mean? I'm not here to sell you on anything, but the very thing I'm trying to talk you into doing, using victim blaming and shaming and all other kinds of manipulation tactics laced with fallacies, I earn commission on. So yes, you are trying to sell people something. And no, I hope that they don't buy. I hope they see this video. We need to bring back public shaming, I feel like.
With the life raft, and I'll be pulling you out of the deep end, and we'll be getting you onto solid ground. So God bless you guys. Have an amazing night, and thank you guys for watching. Katie, Christina, Denise, Danette, you and I need to get together. I need to talk to you too. I want to check.
Absolutely not. Goodbye. Pulling you out of the deep end. No, I'd say you're pushing people into the deep end, in my opinion. But hey, wow, that was a lot. You guys okay? I get a little heated at times when I talk about Optavia, just because it is so dangerous what they are doing and how they are harming people, and I absolutely hate it. All right, let's call this what it really was. A desperate attempt to rebrand overpriced powdered food as a cost-saving solution while quietly hoping you won't notice the price of trust, health, or long-term sustainability. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about helping people eat better. It's about retention. Retaining customers, retaining coaches, retaining a crumbling compensation structure for a company whose stock is in an absolute free fall. And if you're watching this thinking, but it worked for me, I hear you. I absolutely do. You're allowed to feel proud of your progress, but also be curious about why this system wants to make you feel like it's the only way. I will tell you, once you get off of Optavia and you start eating real food and eating a reasonable amount of calories, you are going to gain weight. And that's when these people come back in and manipulate their audience. You might feel great on Optavia, but what happens when you start eating again? They're going to cycle you on and off, just like other distributors have shared. By the way, if you are somebody that's on Optavia or was, and you feel comfortable sharing, I'm going to add a pinned comment to this for you guys to share your experiences, if you feel comfortable, of course, because if you're in Optavia and you're seeing this, I want you to go to that pinned comment and just read. You're going to have a lot of feelings. You're going to be real mad at me, and that's okay. I'm perfectly okay with shouldering that and being the villain in this scenario if it helps you get out of this and into actual healthy habits that are not funding somebody else's lifestyle, and you experience real freedom around food, not powdered supplements. Anyways, if you've ever felt guilty for gaining weight back, for quitting a diet that made you miserable, or for not being able to afford $400 a month in prepackaged bars. You are not the problem. The problem is a company that profits off shame and calls it coaching. You deserve more than powders, points, and guilt trips disguised as habit formation. And if you've been fed misleading health or income claims from Optavia or any other company, report them to the FTC. It matters. The link to do that is in the video description. If you want more deep dives or you just want to see some of the other companies or other Optavia receipts and debunking that I've done, you can check out the Optavia playlist that's linked in the video description, along with my full anti-MLM binge-worthy playlist that has, I don't know, close to 500 videos, I think now. Time sure does fly. I've got videos breaking down the fuelings, the coaching model, the compensation plan, and more in lots of companies. Share this with somebody who's considering Optavia and deserves to know the full picture. If you would, do me a favor and like the video. Make sure that you're subscribed. Drop a comment if you've got something to say. I appreciate it. And please subscribe if you want to keep calling this stuff out with me, you and I together, compassionately, but with facts, sarcasm, and as always, a little bit of fire. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.